Bakıyorum baktım yani eller kalkıyor arkadaşlar. Şeyi vereyim biraz da konu bazlı ve yöre bazlı dağılıma bakarak da söz verelim istiyorum ama Maraş'a söz vereceğim. Kahramanmaraş Mehmet
I
Hocam.
would like to give the floor to you based on the distribution of the regions. I will give the floor to Malatya.
Yok çünkü o şunun reklamı. Bağlı değilim. Bağlı olmadığım için acayip reklamı çıkıyor. Ha, sizin videonuz var hocam.
Evet, ben bir ön konuşma yapayım. Arada
Let me give you some brief information. I am joining you from Kahramanmaraş, Elbistan, on behalf of the Foundation Platform of Protection of the Nature and the Life. Afshin Valley is an agricultural land and it is one of the grain storages of the country. It is a 200,000 hectare valley and 70% can be irrigated with the most recent technology. However, in 1970s, nearly 5 to 6 billion tons of lignite was found under the valley, and they decided to build a thermal plant to generate power. And Safavis, Ottomans, and Mamlukis could not share the valley because it is so valuable. So that was a great valley, and it was always the subject of a war. It was occupied by Safavis, Mamlukis, and the Ottomans. But today, the war changed its shape, and it still continues, unfortunately. The capital bosses, although there is no strategic position today, the same war now lasts between the bosses and the people of the region. In 1984, they built a power plant with 4 units. I don't want to say much, you all know about it. But I would like to tell you about a documentary prepared by a friend of ours from Mimar Sinan University. He's originally from Elbistan as well. I will share 30 seconds of the documentary that he created.
Neyse bu başlarken bu santral daha inşa aşamasında
So during the construction of the plant, there was again a war because it was equivalent to 1 year budget of Turkey. It was an American company that started the construction. Then in 94, it was privatized during the term of Tansu Çiller. Then in 1999, this plant of 4 units, its contract was cancelled by EUAŞ, and in 2018, the current government opened the door to those capital owners. And now Çelikler Holding, I think they have their power plants in Muğla Yatağan as well. So they were privatized and the war still continues. The war is between us and between them. and few people have continued this war since the very beginning. So this thermal plant will, this documentary of 30 seconds will tell you more than I can tell.
Evet, bu sadece belgesellerden bir tanesi ve
So
bu
this is one of the documentaries, and we are experiencing this disaster every other day, and it is even worse. This is not a fiction. And the Unit 5 and Unit 6 are to be constructed. So what happened? Maybe you already know, but I will still repeat them.
25 yıllık ömrü var bu santralin.
This plant has a useful life of 25 years, yet it is its 38th year. And there's another plant of the state. It's a new generation plant. It is not operational because the capital owners do not want to do that. Therefore,
Avantajlı olacak.
it will be very advantageous to us if the ecocide law is enacted, because we need it.
İlk 5 yıldan sonra elektrostatik kül devreleri de devre dışı bırakılıyor.
The electrostatic
Zaten hiç
ash
1960'lı yılların teknolojisi
units were deactivated after the 5th year. There is no gas filter anyway.
yaklaşık 30
It
100
was
kilometre
operated
alan kül
for the first
devreleri
year,
altında
5 years only, and nearly 30 square kilometer place has been
asit yağmuruna dönüşmüş. Biraz önce gördüğünüz gibi
polluted with the ashes, and
yağmaya
the
başladı.
rain
Toprak ve su
turned
miktarı
into
kaybetmiş, radyasyon
acidic rains,
çünkü o azot dengesi
and
bunlara ulaşmış.
zinc
Bunların ölçüm
and
raporlarında
nitrogen levels are mortal.
yeni
We
santral
have the measurement reports,
kanuni
so we can actually continue our legal struggle against the new plants, but the existing plants, we cannot do anything about them because it is the front of the war and they don't want to leave their front.
bunun yanında
In addition to that,
santrali var.
there is the active
Ekokırımını
plant B,
videodan anlayacaksınız.
and you may understand the ecocide from this video as well.
Akbayır,
A third plant
Akbayır termik santrali, iki
is
devlet
Akbayır
hayatı ve
thermal plant,
tarafından
and it was cancelled twice by the Foundation of Protection of the Nature and the Life. And the fourth plant,
İDK toplantılarında adamlar illallah dediler, yaka silktiler, pes ettiler, vazgeçtiler. Onlar vazgeçti.
so they gave up on
Toplantılarında biraz da zaman geçirdiler tabii.
those meetings. They
Beşinci
spent some time in those meetings. And the fifth power plant is Afshin C plant, and some of our friends were there as well. As a result of the court case we started, it was cancelled upon. The expert wave It is, and the sixth power plant is still in the planning phase. There is no environmental impact assessment report prepared so far, so we are preparing for it as well. Therefore, you cannot really carry out your fight without being a bouncer, and we will fight against them regardless of what might happen, so we will not lose the war. So thank you for your attention.
Teşekkür ederim Mehmet Bey. Ya şimdi geleceğiz, herkes konuşacak arkadaşlar.
I'll give the floor to everyone.